All right, welcome to the second page of our Chapter 5 study guide. Just for a quick review, here are the answers for it. So it should read no, yes, no, -6, 9, -3, 7, -15, -5, 2, and 4. So write those down if you need to. But just remember, no work, no credit. So let's show the work right now. So it says, without graphing, I'm going to increase this a little bit. There we go, move it down. Without graphing, tell whether the point 5, -5 is on the graph. Now remember, this is a point. So this is an X, this is a Y. Sometimes we call them X1, Y1. This time you don't need to. So here's my equation. Now watch. All I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite it over here. 2x plus 5. And then I'm just going to put these two numbers right where these used to be. So my y is a -5 equals 2. Now remember, you got to know this is time, so I'm going to put parentheses. There's my x, there's a 5, plus 5. Now I'm going to do my math real quick. Obviously, there's no math on this side to do, so it's -5 equals 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 5, and I think you can tell what's going to happen. 10 plus 5 is 15. That is why this is a no. But I need to see this. So then you can put the word no for number 7. All right. Number 8, same exact thing, right? X, Y. So this time I'm just going to actually try to do it right underneath it. My y is a 35, so I write it right under the y. Pretty convenient. That says equals 4 times 8 plus 3, right? 4 times 8 is 32 plus 3, and 32 plus 3 is 35. That matches this side. So this is a yes, right? So make sure you do put these in your answer key. All right, and then the last one, okay, has a couple negatives. You might have to be a little bit careful with this one. I'm going to write this over here. Y equals, it says -2x minus 1, and again x, y, -13 equals -2 times -6 minus 1. You can also just type this straight into the calculator and see if it equals -13. Just make sure you don't forget to go -2 times -6, because that will give you a +12 minus 1. Well, 12 minus 1 is not going to give you a -13. So again, this will not equal one another because this will be 11. So this is a no. All right, so make sure you do have that copied down and you know how to do these. So that was 7, 8, and 9. So moving on to intercepts. All right, what are intercepts? Remember, intercepts is where they cross the y or the x axis, right? So obviously this is the y-intercept because it crosses the y-axis. So this is the y-intercept. And be very careful, even with my blind eyes, it looks like that's a 9. So this is 0, 9. You may just put 9 like in the answer key. The x-intercept is down here. So I'll put x-intercept is going to be down there, and that looks to be at a -6, so it's going to be -6, 0, or basically a -6. So your y-intercept in the answer key would be 9, and your x-intercept would be -6. If you get these turned around, you will get this problem wrong. All right, so that's how you find intercepts. If you use a graph, you just find out where they cross over. So get that copied down. And number 11, though, this is an equation, and they ask us to find the intercepts. Now, this is where I'm going to do a little bit of a setup over off to the side, right? So I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to make my little table, and this is why I put x-intercept, y-intercept. Now, looking at my equation right here, the x-intercept means I keep the x's. If I keep the x's, that means I can cover up the y. And what do I got? Negative 7 equals 21. The y-intercept, I cover up the x. And I have a 3y equals 21. Now, nice and easy. So you should have that copied down. Divide this one by negative 7. So we're dividing by negative 7, and on this side we're dividing by 3. So what is my x-intercept on this one? Be careful. It's negative 7, so it's going to be a negative 3. That's my x-intercept. My y-intercept is going to be 7. So make sure you write these up there in your answer. The x-intercept is negative 3, and the y-intercept is positive 7. Pretty easy if you understand what intercepts are. Okay, we have another intercept. All right, here we go. Not any bit different. Make my table. X-intercept, y-intercept. Okay, again, the x-intercept means we keep the x. So I'm going to get rid of the y, and you got to be careful. That says, say, negative x. So that's negative x equals 15. Y-intercept means ditch the x. Now, a lot of people forget this. That's not 3y. It's a negative 3y. And yes, if you forget that negative, this will be all incorrect. Now, remember, if you have a negative x, it's like dividing by a negative 1. And x equals negative 15. Over here, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. The y will equal a negative 5. So, my x-intercept is negative 15. My y is negative 5. So make sure you do show this stuff. And then our last one right down here is probably getting boring because it's getting so easy for my intelligent students. Again, I will still set us up. X-intercept. So I'm going to ditch the y. And I'm going to have 8x equals 16. On the y-intercept, I'm going to keep the y and ditch the x. So that's 4y equals 16. And then I just do my little division. Divide by 8. This x is 2. So my x-intercept is 2. And over here, my divide by 4, and my y-intercept is 4. Okay, so again, you do have to watch out for positive and negatives on all of these. You got to make sure that if it's the x-intercept, you put it in the right spot on the, in the answer key. So make sure that, so this was page 2. And remember, try this on your own and then see if you did it the correct way. Here's one quick look. You can hit pause at any time to see. Just make sure you know how to do this before the test. All right. So that was page 2. Have a math-tastic day.